We are back with David Ryan Polgar. He is from copilotfamily.com. He's also a digital lifestyle expert. Now we're talking about the guidance and support that are offered in the offline world. We all have that. We need it to survive. It also should take place in the online world. And I'll say just for myself, there's a lot I don't know about that as a parent I need to know about.
You can't know about it, right? There's a huge gulf between what a parent understands and what the child understands. For example, parent, do you know what the after-school app is? Everybody's saying no. Well, of course you don't. But you know what? If you have a teenager, they know what it is. And that's the problem. Huge misunderstanding sometimes, or again, this gulf. So you want to continue that conversation. You want to have that open level conversation.
So your teenager can easily pull a fast one on you or be doing things that you don't know about only because they know more about technology and the online world than you do. Of course.
Yeah, and the good thing is modern parenting is really just extending that guidance and support you would see in the offline world into the online world. That's the new part, because if you're not parenting online, what's really going on, right? That's just the natural extension. And again, it's not an adversarial relationship between the parent and the child, right? Millennials, digital natives, they like being close with their parents. It's the closest generation we've ever seen, right? So they want to have that conversation, but from a parent standpoint, you need to understand how to have that conversation.
Right, and we have to know as modern parents now that we need to be having that conversation about technology and the use. So keep that conversation going about tech use and all of the things that can kind of get in the way of your knowledge as a parent.
Exactly. Yeah, just talk about what applications are you using? How are you using this? Allow the child to explain that, to show you that. That can lead to a lot of kind of positive rapport between the parent and the child, right? Showing them and learning, because a lot of parents are learning from their kids about tech. So that's a fun experience.
Right, exactly. And they a lot of times know more than you do as a parent.
Of course.
Also encourage your kids to think before posting.
You have to, right? You want to dance like nobody's watching. Post like somebody is, because you know what? Somebody is watching. So that's
a lot of people.
That's the key part. They've shown, right, that the human brain is not fully formed until your young 20s. But the problem is we now give this very large microphone to people who have less impulse control. Okay, and again, that's not a slight against kids or teenagers. What that's saying is you have that opportunity, that teachable moment as a parent, to extend what you're there for as a parent, to have that guidance and support to the online world.
That's right.
Right? You want to talk to your child about a digital footprint, about language, about how this is going to reflect on their reputation.
It makes sense. And I think a lot of us adults need to learn about it as well. So make sure that we're being educated and we know what that digital footprint is and how we can make a difference. All right, let's talk about how what looks real online is not necessarily real offline.
Yeah, kids are obviously more trusting than adults, right? Ashley, you and I were jaded. 14-year-olds, they're not. They're young to the world. So with the online world, you have to kind of trust but verify, that famous line, because it's very easy to create a fake account. If I wanted to, Ashley, today, I could just right-click your photo online, and then I'm Ashley Cole. And next thing you know, I take all your biographical information, I create a fake site, and maybe I get followers, maybe I get people to comment. Next thing you know, the person who's communicating with me online, they don't know if it's Ashley or if it's David in his basement doing nasty things.
Isn't that terrifying? Now, let's talk about being mindful of personal information and how it is actually being used once you post it online.
Yeah, a lot of times people are unfamiliar with the information they give out just by doing a public posting. The most common example for kids would be Instagram. Instagram's so popular, right? It has more users right now than Twitter. And Instagram is extremely popular with the teenage set. A lot of times people post photos, but they don't realize that their camera has what they call geotagging, and that's the information about where you are. So you might have a group of 12-year-olds who post a photo. Here's all of us. But you know what? It's giving out that exact GPS location, which again can be somewhat troublesome.
We all need to know this. We need to know it to be the parents that we should be, and also to be safe as adults as well. So this is great information, David.
Well, thank you.
Always nice to learn about it. You open my eyes to the world that we live in is so much more once you look
have
at
to. Yeah, the key part is that your audience online might be bigger than you expect it to be.
Absolutely. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Happy holidays.
You too. Happy holidays.
It's always nice to have you here. Ahead on Mass Appeal, we're going to make a